You guys,
Yeah.
do I look triangular or
Why
something?
do you why are you using the big papers? You could still like
Okay, good.
borrow the
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
hey.
Facebook Live,
Hello.
She Podcast Edition.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
There.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, one thing we have to do before we get into anything is we have to get everybody recording.
Oh yeah.
It's that pesky recording thing.
I'm ready.
All right. We have to wait for Elsie.
The handheld thing is more annoying than I thought it would be. No, no, but that is a good use for you, for sure.
Cute mic stand.
Human mic stand. Yeah.
Just want to have double backup here, people. So give me a moment while I turn on all the stuff. Okay. I am ready.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Press record. All right. Elsie, say hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Jess, say hello.
Hello.
All righty. So here we are.
Okay, no.
I don't hear any echo.
Okay, good.
Yet.
Yet.
I might hear it on the recording.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to hit play and check? And then record again? I can check.
Well, yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. Hit play.
Hit stop, you mean?
Hit stop, then hit play, and then see if it's coming through.
I don't hear anything.
Do you hear anything when you talk?
I don't hear anything on the. I see that it recorded, but I can't hear it.
It's because I think the
All right,
output.
it's your outputs. All right, let's not.
That's not it.
Oh God, I hate you when you do this to me.
Oh, stop.
All right, just hit go. Get rid of that. Those
It's
files.
references. Just hold on a second. Now you have that song in my head. Okay, this is why. All right.
Because you're muted.
Oh, she's muted. She muted her own mic now for some reason.
Yep.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me just play this real quick. Then I'll fix that.
Jen, this is what happens every time. This is not just, this is every time. Every time. Every time problems.
Yeah, and you tell us Sunday night at like 6:30.
If you're talking, I can't hear the recording. Shushy. I hear you guys, but very slightly.
It's fine. I'll get it out of there then.
All right.
Except for when you talk over each other, that's going to be a nightmare. So let's try not to talk over each other.
Okay. Should I hit record now or no?
Yeah. Hit record now.
Okay. Should I say hello?
Wait, hang on. Let me put a marker in here so I can figure out where you're going to start. All right. Say hello.
Hello.
There we go.
What the hell kind of laugh was that?
That was half horse.
6:30 last night. Hey, I have Jen coming over tomorrow, and you think I can get an audio interface by tomorrow morning? Oh my God. And then this morning, it's like, should we change to 3? Should we do this? Normally, I let you ladies just talk it out. I let you ladies do your old thing. And then when you figure it out, I go, yeah, I can do that. But this time I had to jump in and say, hold on. Whoa, just get the other mic, the handheld mic, and we'll go this route.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know. I'm the worst.
Self-proclaimed.
I mean, that said, no one is as entertaining as me. So you win some, you lose some.
So you're saying that the entertainment value trumps the aggravation value? Is what you're trying to tell me?
I mean, not for you, but for everyone else.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right.
Probably not for you. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. But everyone watching, if there is anyone watching or listening,
a couple people watching.
They're probably like, what is happening? What?
This is behind the scenes, ladies. This is why.
Oh my God.
This is why.
Jess is my hair coach. Hey, Shaletta.
Yes, you know
we
that.
Love you.
our team pulled a quote from my QA where I'm telling Patrick which hair gel to use. That's
There we go.
before everyone else got on the call. I was like,
Mhm.
there's this great stuff called Way.
My hair coach.
All right.
Now I'm a hair.
That's why you joined the Super Squad. Hair coaching.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to go?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
recording, so let's do it.
Here we go. Here's the music.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Sheep Podcast, episode 321. I am your co-host, Jessica Kupferman. With me, as always, the especially giggly Elsie Escobar.
3, 2, 1.
You're the best. And then our curmudgeon today, John Domingo, who's mad at me because I have a guest and can't
How dare
be
you.
not
How
No,
dare
he's
you.
not mad at you because you have a guest.
He is, but it's fine.
That is not why he's mad.
Because
Gaslighting.
we have a guest unprepared.
Totally gaslighting. That's right.
So sorry. Yeah, who's gaslighting? Him or me? I'm
I
gaslighting?
don't know. That's what he said.
You don't even know
Because
what
you're
that
like,
means, bro.
you're not.
Lying. You're just out lying.
Nice to see you guys. We have lots to talk about today, but first I want to introduce you to our event planner for the fall. Her name is Jennifer Follick Rains, and she and I have been friends since we were 13, I think.
Yeah. Some 13, 14, somewhere in our early teens.
We,
Haneka.
Go ahead. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I'm saying hi to the chat. Sorry.
Oh, Hanukkah. How are you? So good to see you. My gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. I miss you.
Yes.
We had
big
such a good
hugs.
time at that last conference with Hanukkah.
We
It was
did.
really fun. I had lunch, and also at my conference, I think. I had lunch
We
with
had
her and-
hugs. We had
yeah,
hugs.
and big hugs. I miss you. So yeah, so Jen is here visiting. We're gonna do lots of work on the event today. She got here just in time to piss John off and record with us.
That is not true.
Just let her go. She's gonna
Okay.
her show. She can malign me any way she wants.
Okay.
Come on, that's what you're doing to me, right? It's all fun and games till someone loses an eye, right?
Go ahead. Continue your
Right.
life.
Okay. All right, good. So we have lots to talk about today, but before we do, Elsie, what'd you do for the 4th?
Absolutely nothing fourth related at all.
Do you not celebrate our freedom and independence from the British? Is that a no?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great long
fireworks?
weekend. And if I was with my family, I think we would have gotten and barbecued. I
I mean,
mean,
if you were with your family, it would be like a siesta all night, right?
yeah, I mean, we
Yeah,
had,
yeah,
you know,
pizza
we go
party.
over. That's what we sell. Last time we went to LA and hung out with the fam over there, all of us over there. We had a huge barbecue, and everybody was in this one place, the pool and you know, all the things that people do. All the white people, same thing that all the white people do, except we have different food.
What? Okay. So what food did you? So you did nothing. You don't.
No,
have
we
any-
did nothing. Zero.
Nothing.
Not one
special?
thing. Nothing at all.
Do you watch fireworks on TV or anything?
No, we didn't do anything.
I feel so bad for your children. No fireworks on 4th of July. Look at your
No.
face. Come on.
We didn't do
though.
any of it.
All right. Well,
We
I
were
didn't
with
either.
our
I mean,
in-laws. That Nanny and Pap were here the entire week. We did all kinds of fun things with them
Oh,
the
well, that's not
entire week, and
nothing.
they left on Saturday. And Sunday was the day it was the day that I cleaned up the entire house afterwards, not because that they left it dirty, but because fleas, and I'm
Yeah.
obsessed.
Please.
Please.
I
they're
still
not-
have, yeah, they're still around. That's why I had to go put socks on.
They're
So
still around.
yeah, dude.
Unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's just easier to move at this point. What can you do?
Vacuum
do?
nonstop.
Nonstop vacuum, but there has to be a way of killing them.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
called
I'm trying all
exterminator.
the things.
Called exterminator. They come in, they spray, they put a bomb in there, and it's all gone. You come in and vacuum up all the
No,
dead
it's
bodies.
not. I don't know.
And that's
what
You
about
vacuum all the
up
dead
there in
bodies.
the mountains. Does that work?
Yes.
don't know.
How people get rid of the fleas? They call an exterminator. Exterminator comes in.
That's
You
in a
leave the
normal-
house for like 12 hours,
that's in
and
a
then you
normal-
come back, and they're all dead.
But that's in a normal suburban house. That's not. Elsie lives in like a,
Well, you have to.
like
You
a
have to.
log cabin.
Oh my
in the
God.
woods.
Yeah. I mean, we find so many bugs. It's insane.
Well, this
I
was for
found
most of
slugs,
them.
little, what are those things? Those little,
I mean, fleas are really just the worst of the bunch, but she
Yeah.
lives with all kinds of critters up there.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you a question. Are your cats outdoor, indoor cats?
they're indoor cats, but they need to get their second dose of the flea thing.
Right. So then, yes, then you dip the cat and the dogs, if the cats have flea stuff on them, you have the house bombed, you come back in, you vacuum up all the dead bodies, it's over and done with. This way, they're in there breeding and breeding and breeding. You'll never get rid of them.
Yeah, but you have to breed only when they eat the cat. I know. Look at it's like
You said dead bodies. That's so. That was a
If
visual.
let me tell you something, the way fleas flock to me, I would leave the house. I would
Yeah.
have a tent set up outside. I would
Yeah,
not be able to be in there.
yeah. Anyway, so that's what I
because
did. I
Elsie,
vacuumed
there's-
all the things and cleaned my house on July 4th.
We need a
I'm
flea reporter.
sorry. That doesn't.
That's
sound
all
like
right.
a
We are
holiday.
super okay. Super. It was great. Like there's nothing wrong. Like we had a great time. It was
All right,
an
don't be
amazing
defensive. I was just
experience. Yesterday we went into Asheville and I walked around Asheville for a long time. It was packed.
Yeah.
It's like tourist crazy town.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well, I didn't do shit yesterday. I went to the pool. Every holiday is marked with a pool visit, and then I'm sad that I didn't make plans to go to the beach. I do it every 4th of July. This year, especially so because it's the first time in like 6 years that it hasn't rained on the 4th of July.
oh
Because
wow.
I mean, not last year, but in subsequent years, I've made extreme effort to take this little boy to fireworks, and it's poured on our heads at my friend's house, at the DuPont Country Club, all kinds of places. It's a huge bummer. Did you see fireworks?
We watched it on TV. They had fireworks where I was last night, strangely. But it was so packed. It was a good energy though, because people coming out of the pandemic and people were happy about it. But big crowds like that just aren't for me, especially in the hot weather. So we kind of did a drive by and then went back to my parents' house.
Drive by firework watching.
Yeah.
Did you
exactly.
see it on Saturday? They had all the fireworks set up for that night, and somehow they went off in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
Like,
I
all of
saw
them went off
that.
Oh, yeah.
in Ocean City, Maryland.
Ocean City, yeah.
Ocean City, Maryland.
That's where I was. I mean, I was in Bethany Beach, Delaware, but yeah.
I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I guess
You should. There was the thing with phone is there's like 7,000 videos of it from all different angles.
I heard a bunch going off. Actually, a couple. I mean, not the ones we're discussing because that's an hour and a half away. But I heard some going off in the middle of the day on the 4th of July as well. But it was like 3-4 o'clock. It made no sense whatsoever. And clearly you weren't able to see anything. So it's like, what are you practicing? Like, why?
And I know
stop
it's
booming them.
I did see there were some close by, and I thought, oh my gosh, the thing starts at 9:30, and I thought, there's no way, I can't
You can't
drag
stay up
my
till
family.
9:30? Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
You can't stay up till 9:30?
No, it's not staying up till 9:30. That means that the thing is going to start at 9:30 wherever it is that we're going, and I don't want to be somewhere at 9:30, have this thing happen, come home afterwards. So I don't know. I remember when I noticed that it was 10 o'clock and we were in the bed already with the girls chilling.
But couldn't you ascend the mountain and look towards the fireworks and see them from where you are?
We could have gone outside to look. We
Okay.
did not.
Patrick thinks you should start a new show called The Flea Coach.
The Flea Coach. Oh my
A
gosh,
new
look,
thing.
Jenny said she started hearing random fireworks at 10 a.m. on the 4th.
Yeah,
That's
I think they're practicing, right?
Right.
practicing.
I guess.
I
There
mean,
was a hockey player that needed more practice. He was killed by a firework. He went to set it off and went the wrong way and got him.
oh my God, I don't want to hear that.
Okay, another chipper story from John Jermaine.
Be careful with your fireworks, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa, okay, ladies and gentlemen. let's
Oh my
go.
God. So can we talk about She Podcast Live?
Yeah, we
That would
totally
be good.
can.
I'm
Everything is
repping. How
developing
cute
bit
is
by
my
bit.
tank top?
So cute. So very cute.
Thank you.
That would fit on my left thigh only. And not even the right one, just the left one. And it would have to stretch. to fit it. That's how little that tank top is. Do you know why? I used to wonder, like, Elsie had the smallest luggage when we would go to conferences, and I'm like, why do you? Like, she like packs everything like a backpack.
Tiny person.
I do not.
She's a
'Cause
tiny person.
Because her clothes are the size of like a headscarf.
Yeah. They need to make those tank tops for big girls.
I mean, they do. They're just not flattering. They're like it.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I'll wear it.
it's pretty terrible. No, I mean, we can make our own, but like, yeah, I have to fix the story. Let's not talk about that part. So we're talking about Saturday Night Live. She Podcast Live. It just came right out. Saturday Night Live. Hi Lisa. She is so cute, isn't she? So yeah, so last week we got a bird's eye view of some of the ideas for the stage, and also like how the Marrakesh Bazaar is going to look. Marrakesh, is that not the right word?
Well, I think that's what a bazaar is based on, but this is going to be themed into the Southwest location.
Yes.
And to all of the gorgeous colors that are in the She Podcast Live logo that will carry through. So get ready to be ensconced in gorgeousness.
Ooh,
It is
ensconced.
Ensconced.
That
Look
was a
at
good
her
word.
on the.
Thanks for the coffee.
Oh my
That's what you get when you give Jennifer coffee. Ensconced.
Ensconced.
So I will say this because of course I can't spill the beans, even though we all know I want to because I'm the worst. But
She is the worst, Jennifer. She's gonna let things fly.
I'm not letting anything fly because I have a team of people who are handling this besides me, and if I piss them off, they'll never work with me again. So I will not let it go. I just want to say that I'm extremely lucky to have Jennifer and her team, because I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, no conference in our industry will look the way ours will look. You have never seen anything before like it. You will never see anything after like it.
Wow.
That's how cool it's gonna be.
It is quite amazing. I was so excited afterwards. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Oh, I love that.
It was like
love
really,
it.
really incredibly exciting. And it really cemented why we are doing what we're doing. It really cemented it. And I had an epiphany in the middle of the night. And I typed it in. Like I woke up and I was like, this is why She Podcast Live is what it is. And I remember I woke up and I wrote it, but I was like, I can see and I can't understand what I said. But it was a really amazing epiphany that I had in the morning.
Well, if you can ever interpret it, please let me know.
I know.
And we will
I just
try to make it
remember because of the autocorrect, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Well,
But
try and read it to us. Not you.
It's
have
something
to.
like, but the investment, but why you make with OS will be Webbit. So I think it was,
the investment that you make with us will be worth it.
yeah, but there's,
I speak Elsie.
You speak Elsie in the middle of the night.
I mean, I think I know your brain well enough to know what roads you go down enough to guess, right?
yeah. And I think part of it was about the investment, not only from folks that are like speaking at the event and people who are attending the event in itself, is that the experience that you're having when you go there is worth it. So, and I know that it's kind of like saying like, this is going to be worth it, but it's more about being able to show up for the experience. Like there's times when folks go to like Disneyland or they go to like, Disney World. And yes, everything is, maybe you don't go into any rides. Maybe you don't do anything but walk around. But the walking around, it gives you something, right? The Biltmore is here in North Carolina too. Tickets for that thing are so expensive. And all you do is you walk around. You literally walk around this place because it's so beautiful. And I think that there's something to be said about being able to have an experience and have it with your friends that also podcast, which is like the crazy part of it, is what I think.
Yes. No.
Anyway. So, oh, look, they froze.
No, is that not?
I think they're frozen. Is it me?
No, they're frozen. But the
Okay.
nice part about this is they're still talking.
Okay.
And we'll be able to
Uh-oh.
get-
You are frozen. You are frozen.
There we
Sorry.
go. You're back. Whoops.
What I Uh-oh.
What the fuck is
Uh-oh.
happening?
Your internet is not good.
Your internet is going crazy. Right when we got so excited, we broke the line with She Podcast
Oh,
Live.
no. Are you
Oh,
connected to
I'm connected. It's fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now we can. You guys got frozen and you both were like this. So just to let you, when you see the replay, you will see the frozenness. So there's something did happen.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
What-
continue. I will lead you in and it's going to be amazing.
So what I was saying in response to your excitement is not only is this going to be a beautiful destination for people to come to and like you said walk around and feel it, but there is such amazing content for podcasters at every level and every coming from every experience. And they are going to leave this conference more informed, hopefully a better podcaster, in addition to making all of these connections and celebrating women and non-binary people in podcasting. So I don't think there's anything like it. And also to your point about the way it's going to look, we are trying really hard to not make this like a staunch corporate kind of feel to it. We want people who are attending to feel nurtured and taken care of and like they're having a spa experience that is just bettering them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Patrick says it'll be a delicious conference. That's a perfect way to describe it. So far, the furniture and the layouts and everything is delicious. Everything inspires connection and warmth, like more than any conference I've ever seen. So I'm super excited. I'm very grateful to have them and their vision because I don't have that. I mean, I have no vision really. Let's be honest.
No,
but you and
you
Elsie,
should
you
say
and
that.
Elsie have the vision for doing this in the first place and bringing people together in this way. So, it's a movement that clearly was needed.
Yes.
Exactamundo. So yeah, so we just announced speakers. If you guys want to see, you can go to shepodcast.com/live. I don't want to say the full speaker list because we're still announcing some and putting things in place, but we did do a first round of confirmed peeps and they're already up. And we're working on the agenda now. So we're pretty excited. We've also announced some sponsors too, which are going up. Will probably be on the website by the time you hear this. I don't know if anyone has any questions about the event or anything like that, but if you do, you can always reach out to me, Jess at shepodcast.com. You can also reach out to Jen at shepodcast.com. With one N, not two. God damn it. So yeah, so we're pretty excited. Hey, guess what I heard? I don't know if
What
I'm
did you
allowed to
hear?
announce this yet, but I'm just going to head and put it out there. And if I'm not, we'll have to take it out. Sorry, John. But I heard that Podfest is going to be like 2 weeks after our show.
Oh,
Like November 9th through the something in Tampa. Back to the roots.
back to the roots.
Yeah, he said hotel right next to a strip club. So I'm excited because that was a good time.
It's at the same. No,
I don't know if it is, but I did.
No,
have a good
he's not going to do
restaurant.
that. Come now.
Maybe he was joking.
Come
But
now.
first thing I thought was, no way is Elsie going to that because it's 2 weeks after ours, and you're like, I'll only travel if I must.
That's
No,
right.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it at all. But I just thought I'll have to go there without Elsie because she's not going to take a big trip after she took a big trip. No way, right?
No, I'm not going to Podcast Movement.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Maybe you'll go in February to their thing that they do in February. No?
I don't know. I'm thinking about going to LA in March.
Actually, yeah, LA in March. That's their expectations thing, right? Or
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, that.
Lowered expectations. What's it from? What is that?
But it's not expectations. It's something
No,
else.
it's not expectations. It's like a sub conference of Podcast Movement, and
Yep.
it's in LA in the spring. Also, I don't know if you guys know about this, but you might as well get used to it now. There's a show in London called the Podcast Show, and that's going to be in May. And why am I bringing this up? I had a full it brought up the question: have you, Elsie Escobar, ever left this country?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I came from a different country.
No, I know that. But since you've been an adult, have you traveled to other ones?
Yes, I have.
Where have you been?
I went back to El Salvador.
Okay, I didn't know that. What else?
Yes. I've been to the UK and to Spain.
I had no idea because it's going to be in the UK, and I thought, I don't know if Elsie would go to the UK.
Yeah, I went to the UK. I went there for the Michelle that you met.
Oh, cool.
We traveled together.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's where she's from.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, please sign up. Tickets are on sale. shepodcast.com/register. And
you can get more information at shepodcast.com/live. That's where it's a live website. So there will be updates regularly. So keep checking back for speakers, sponsors, agenda.
wow, she's really good at commercials. This is her first podcast, y'all. You'd never know it.
You would never know it, and she's amazing. Yeah, she doesn't.
She is amazing.
She doesn't like stumble and mess her words up.
It's because of coffee.
Oh,
Coffee, try it.
coffee does.
Weren't
Coffee.
you also like a theater? Well, she's a theater person because we did a lot of theater together. But like you had a math. I mean,
I'm also 76 years old. I just look really good for my age, so I'm that much more articulate.
yeah, she's very articulate. She's a theater person too.
Someone get Jess a big cup of coffee.
Though, I would have a lot of issues with word retrieval.
Wow, you're doing good though. Retrieval.
Yes.
Yeah, retrieval. I couldn't even retrieve
Retrieval.
that.
She couldn't
And
even
she-
retrieve that.
Oh
That's
my god,
amazing.
I can't do that. It doesn't matter how much coffee I have. It's
You're-
my brain is just not
But
working
it's
anymore.
not fair for you to compare yourselves to people who, you know, I mean, you. That's not
Where
fair.
Elsie's a theater person.
I
But
am a
your
theater
brain-
person.
But doesn't your brain think in both languages?
No, dude, my brain is just messed up.
Oh, that's even sadder.
Yeah, it's just there's no world retrieval. Like the other day I was like, okay, we're gonna
Yup.
the thing.
Noodle.
And then today my daughter, what was she doing? Oh, we were talking
Change,
about
Elsie.
outfits. My older one has a t-shirt with these little guys on it, right? Like cartoon people on it or like characters. And I said to her, I'm like, don't you like to wear that t-shirt with these pants? And I go, this t-shirt with the King's people. And she's like,
King's people.
the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh my God. What did she say?
That's all she said. She goes, the King's people. And then the little one goes, the King's people.
Yes. I do that all the time, and my sister makes fun of me with titles. It's like I can't remember it. Like I get the gist of it, but I would say that too. I'd be like, you know, that movie, the King of the Circles or something. What is that? Yes. Or like, I'll meet you at the plane place. She's like, oh, you mean the airport? I
Yes.
just can't.
Yes.
I don't
That
have
is totally what I
don't
would
have
say.
time to think of it.
It's like Swiss cheese, your brain, but delicious cheese.
Yes.
But Swiss.
yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
I'm a little bit more of I'm the Swiss with the tiny holes, but many of them. You guys maybe have the bigger holes.
Yes.
There's, each delicious in its own way, but different. Okay. Before we get into some news, let's talk about Podpage. There was even someone in the group yesterday, the day before, who was going to make their site from Podpage and ask for recommendation. And I told her that they were our sponsor and that I was a web designer and that I have never in my life built a website as fast as I did with Podpage. It's amazing. If you go to podpage.com or you can go to shepodcast.com/podpage. In fact, do that so I can know that this ad is working. Thank you so much. And so basically you can create almost automatically 2-3 clicks tops a beautiful site, listener friendly. You can pick from your RSS feed or Apple Podcasts. There's absolutely no coding necessary whatsoever. And it's so cool. Like it has episode pages, media players that are really cute, just like any other host would have. And I mean, this does not take from your host. It's not a host. You take the feed you get from your podcast host, you plug it into Podpage, and you have a gorgeous site. guest profiles, transcripting, all of the things. And again, there's no technical knowledge necessary. So please check them out. Oh, I forgot to even tell you, you can do a mailing list, you can do a contact form, it gets comments, you can even collect voicemails like we do. In fact, if you'd like to do a voicemail, you can go to our website and do a voicemail, or you can email us at feedback@shepodcast.com. Anyway, so yeah, check out Podpage, shepodcast.com/podpage. And now on with the show.
All right, so we're moving into some news.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Anything to say before we get into the news?
Like what?
I don't know.
The news you can use for the informed podcaster. Podcasting news. Yeah, she thought that was Elsie, but it's
Oh my God.
I know it was you.
Really?
No, that's me as well. The news you can use.
Yes.
I just happened to be.
The singing was Elsie.
No, I just happened to be in tune that day. It was a miracle.
I
let's be
happen to
honest.
be in tune that day.
Okay, so Miss Elsie,
Yes.
what do you want to start with, baby?
All right, we're just starting from the top. We're just reporting because we reported it in the past, but Jerry Eaton mentioned that she is leaving Apple Podcasts. She had a tweet, which you can read from our show notes, where it says, Apple Podcast team, that I've spent the last year working with incredible colleagues, and I had a front row seat to the launch of Apple Podcast subscriptions, which allows creators of all sizes to monetize their content. And it's a little bit of a mini Twitter thread. And I mentioned this actually because we covered it on episode 277 of this show, when she announced on Twitter as well that she was joining the team of Apple Podcasts. So she was on the team for 1 year, and she is taking some time off, she said. And then she's going to let everybody know where she is going next. So
exciting. Good for
exciting.
her.
It's so weird. It's like since I've been at the one company for so many years, it's like it's a trip to just go somewhere and then be gone. You know what I mean?
No, because I've only had jobs that were 2 years or less. I mean, don't
really?
forget, you're talking to someone who was going to write 40 jobs in 4 years. So like,
That is
no,
correct.
I don't know what
Okay.
it's like to work somewhere for 12 years, except for my father, and that's just because we're related. And technically, I only worked for him for 6 months, but it feels like 12 years because we're related.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
That's insane.
Yes.
Anyway, well, good. I mean, but that's cool because she got in there, she did the thing, and off she goes. So it's very exciting.
I know. It will be weird if you ever leave there too. Speaking from someone like my hubs who worked, he's never had a job less than like 2 or 3 years. In fact, like his last job was 7 years. And it like takes a while to get used to the fact that you're not that employee anymore. Like it's like so big of a part of your, I mean, especially you, Elsie, because like, a lot of your adult life now has been at that company. Like you were a young freshie when you got there, however many years ago, in your 30s when people are fresh and cool. And it'll be weird, I think. It's just weird. It's weird because it's so much tied to your identity. But not for her.
Does it really? Like I don't feel it is. Like I think
Oh, please.
But here's the thing though. Isn't identity what you identify as versus what other people identify you as?
I think if you left Libsyn, that's not good that doesn't happen. But if you did, I think representing them, speaking for them, doing their community, reading every article, wearing that hat plus this hat, I'm telling you, you're so used to it that you would have to realign everything in your brain and who and what you stand for. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it is a huge part of your identity working for them. Because any other host, it has a different vibe, right? Like Libsyn is like a very Elsie vibe. It's like, I mean, it's a big hosting company, but it's like I feel like it's kind of grassroots. Like you house everyone from the first get-go, people in their basements, corporate people, rich people, not rich people, people playing around, like you have everyone. And like, that's you kind of like, you're like a woman of the people. So if you had to go to like,
well, I think you know what it is because there's a difference, I guess, from your perspective versus my perspective.
One would
because
hope.
I'm in it.
Yes, of course.
And then you are seeing the outside of it, but you're not in it. And it's different. It's different. It's sort of, yeah.
I know, but you love it there.
It's sort of like when you go to Disney. I don't know why Disneyland is so
Disney.
Disneyland again. If you go to Disneyland versus you working at Disneyland,
Oh, that's for sure.
and so then you're like, oh look, but you're Mickey Mouse. I mean, you're constantly like you're on the parades and you're in front of the thing and you're doing the parade stuff, and isn't it amazing? And it's like you're like Disneyland. And then I'm like, well, I work at Disneyland,
You're
which
goofy
is
though.
my job. I am
Not-
goofy
Not Mickey.
or grumpy.
I think episode 321 should be entitled Disney Analogies.
Okay, write that
I
down.
like that.
Please,
Thank you. Write
please,
that down. Yes.
John. He always has to write these down because it helps
Disney
me.
Analogy. Let's see how many
Disney.
we can fit into the show. We're only halfway through. So
And we're only
let's see
halfway
what
through.
we
That's
can do.
correct. Okay, anyway,
Okay.
moving on.
Okay, creators.
iHeart.
iHeart launches mentoring initiative to bring diverse new creators into podcasting. Yay!
Yeah.
A move geared to help bring more up and coming and underrepresented creators into podcasting. iHeart Media has launched its Next Up initiative, and that is capital N, capital U. Next Up. One word. The
Next
boot
up.
camp program is designed to give podcast newcomers a chance to learn about the world of podcasting from one of the biggest networks worldwide, as well as give them the financial resources to take full advantage of it. Yay, iHeart. Wonder
Yay.
Balls.
Oh my God, Vonderballs.
Wonder Balls.
So yeah, so they're
You know what
moving.
it's
I'm
like?
glad
It's
these
like Disney
initiatives.
World. Just kidding.
Oh my
I'm
God.
joking. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Go
Oh
ahead.
my
What were you
gosh.
gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, that I'm glad that there's more organizations that are doing this kind of stuff and they're putting it out there, and woohoo, we love it.
I'm excited to partner with these companies.
Well, I mean,
That's what I was gonna say.
it's about time, right? It's
It's
about
about
time that these
time.
initiatives
It's
took
about-
place.
It is
Yep.
about time, but in fairness, iHeart and Spotify, they haven't been in podcasting since the beginning of time. Like, I would say it's under 5 years. So I think they've spent the first couple years establishing a business model, what they were going to do, what their what's it called when you put yourself in a market with establish your something in the market? What am I talking about?
You're also talking to the wrong person about
No,
words.
I know you guys. I know, but like sort of like Old Navy versus like Target
Your
versus there's like brand verticals,
market,
right? No, but I'm saying like who you are in comparison to who everyone else is. Like what differentiates you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that market
Yeah, kind of. It's
differentiator.
kind of like brand identity, but you're trying to establish yourself as like just where you are in the vertical, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's about time, but I just want to give them fairness because yes, it's about time that everyone do this. But these companies in specific, I think have probably been planning this for a while, and they're only just now like what's the word? Introducing it, announcing it, etc. Because they've been busy like just trying to figure out if podcasting works,
Right. That makes
I think that one of the things that I like about particularly some of these things is that there's also a difference between you creating content, right? You doing the show, and then the support that you need in order to continue to keep podcasting as long as you would like to, because even here it says that they're also going to take them not only to develop but market a show, which is great, right? Some of the nuts and bolts of producing a podcast using the latest software, it says. And then it says the goal is for each of the participants to leave Next Up with at least 3 finished episodes and a polished pitch for their podcast. Now,
Nice.
okay. So there's still the
Are
other
you?
end. What?
Go ahead. I just heard something.
There's the other end of the spectrum here, which is that it's all about being able to get bought or get the commercial state, I guess, of the thing that they're putting out there and what it's going to take for them to market their
You
stuff.
think they're setting them up for the 60 mil buy?
Well, one would hope,
I mean, one would
but
hope.
that's everybody. I think
Who
that's
doesn't hope that, right?
That's where, when I went to school, though, I think that's where a lot of these types of programs are lacking, in all honesty, regardless of whether it's podcasting related or whatever, because a lot of them are really focused on the craft, the artistry, the incredible thing that you have to build as an artist, whatever your medium is. And then that's where they nurture you, and then you get in it and you get really good at it. And then you get dropped into the real world. And the skills that you need to be dropped in the real world are not what you learn in the artist places.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. I mean, That's true. I hope that iHeart gives them a good idea of how to swim and not doggy paddle.
And I don't
Right.
think it's up to iHeart only. I think it's everything needs to help because I
Can I
failed at auditioning is what I did not. Nobody ever told me how to audition.
What do you mean? Don't they teach you that in college?
No, they don't. When you go to grad school,
No?
you learn to do the shows. You have, your acting stuff. You have your like diction things. You have your singing stuff. You have your Shakespeare. You have your, all of the different kinds of classics that you're learning, and you put a show on.
Mhm.
But you don't write your resume. You don't take headshots. You don't go into rooms and audition for things
Yeah.
that are like
That's true. And
like
everyone
daytime
under
soap
40
opera
right
auditions
now,
are. Sorry, go
everyone
ahead.
under 40 right now is thinking, well, you just Google how to do that. Well, no, you
No,
don't.
what I'm saying is
You had to
like
go to the library where there were encyclopedias and shit.
no,
But there
no,
really
what I'm
isn't.
saying is that it's a different thing when you go into a room and you have to audition. Like I didn't know how to audition. Like when we used to audition for theater, it was one person and the other person is reading lines with you, right?
Yeah.
And it's somebody else's and they're acting with you. When you audition for TV and film, sometimes there's somebody there. Sometimes the casting director's reading the script like this. And he said, "Hello?" And then you have to do all of the acting by yourself and hit a mark and not move. And so it's like all of a sudden your whole like I'm going to go in there and I'm going to really feed off of the reader. They're not giving you crap. So it's like
I do agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. You didn't. You're absolutely right. You learn how to be in a show. You don't learn how to audition or what it's going to be like once you go out. Maybe that has changed since I've been there.
right.
And certainly you can hire a private acting coach or like there's a casting director that can tell you that stuff, but there's not. There was no course that prepared you for that.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I'm talking about with a lot of this stuff, that a lot of the artists and a lot of the real like heart passionate people who really can do the incredibleness are the ones that are often passed over because they don't know how to do the basic stuff. Like for us, like marketing,
Yeah.
branding,
Oh, all that
how to
stuff
sell
is stuff-
yourself,
I mean, yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, that's why we have the membership is because we're trying to help fill in those blanks for our community.
Correct.
But you're right. I hope iHeart goes with that too, for sure.
Lisa Orkin agrees with me. See, they never taught the business of acting. No, they don't.
Yeah, she's an actor as well, an
Yep.
actor.
An
as
actor.
well. She's
That's
a voiceover.
correct.
Lisa Orkin is a voiceover, and she has a hilarious show. Wait, Lisa, what's the name of the one where you interview famous people? Remind me, because I was on it,
That
but
are
I don't remember the
dead.
name of it. I did Ariana Huffington. Yes, darling. I was Ariana.
That's right. She I totally forgot the name of her
sleep
show.
is so important. Did you know that?
Yeah.
It's the worst impression I do, probably, but it was really funny.
It's a good Zsa Zsa Gabor if you could go back.
Project Woo
That's
Woo.
it. Project Woo Woo. Look me up. I'm Ariana Huffington, darling.
She
So
did.
It's a good Hungarian woman. Yeah, excellent.
It's called General Jew. That's my accent, right? Just General Jew.
General Jew. Yes.
Yeah, she's not Jewish, I don't think,
Or
but
just all of my aunts.
right, or just everyone that's old in my family. They all talk like this, darling. Sleep is so important. You can't take care of yourself if you're not sleeping. Okay.
You went a little Indian Pakistani there.
I did. Well, I know. The worst is like Irish and pirate. Like Irish and pirate.
Irish
are
and pirate. Oh my
both
God.
intertwined for me so much.
You
Like
should do an Irish pirate character. And
they all Irish, darling. Okay. Anyway.
Oh my God. Okay.
Moving on to the next story. Why don't you take this one since it's
Oh yeah. So
not
this is
alive.
actually something that I wanted to let everybody know. I actually signed up my children for this. I haven't even told them about it. But let's go ahead and take a
Ooh.
look at everybody who is on here now. John, is there any way that you can share the link to this in
It
the
is
chat?
StorySeedsPodcast.com
.com/camp.
StorySeeds
Podcast.com
/camp.
/camp.
Was that too much pop for you?
It was a lot of pop.
Sorry.
So I bought them. I got them the mini camp.
It's a
They have
virtual.
3 things. It's
Yeah.
their introductory workshop.
Mhm.
There is a mini camp and then there's an intensive camp. And the mini camp is in weekly 1-hour sessions. Participants will be inspired by peers as they meet young podcasters who share how they have grown the seeds of their curiosities into full-blown shows. And it is 4 session. It's for ages 7 to 14. And it's just like I think Wednesdays of the month. And they have some really cool kids coming in to talk to them. They have a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 12, a 10, and a 15. And they all have like different types of kid-friendly things that are coming about there. So they'll also share about tools that they use to make their shows, tips for growing their own show, and all of that fun stuff. Then they actually have an immersive thing, which is like an intensive camp where they actually, I do believe that they do make the podcast there from ideation to creating the catchy audio logos and all of that scripting and all of those kinds of things. So one of the reasons that I got this for them is because I'd rather them learn from their own peers and other kids that are doing some really incredible stuff than from me, because they see it from a perspective of the lens in which I'm doing it. It's a totally different thing. So anyway,
I'm glad you posted this because I really need something dramatic and cool like this for Isaac. He's not old enough this time around, but he'll be perfect for this next year. And
yeah,
for
sure.
I gotta challenge this drama somewhere else besides in Scott's direction because it's not going well. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And
cool.
I wanted to also share it today here. So for anybody that's watching live, if you want to be in the mini camp, then you need to do it by today, which is July 6th when we are recording. Obviously, those of you who are listening afterwards, you're welcome to come check it out because I think they're going to have the introductory workshop as a virtual event, a 75-minute workshop in there. And I believe that that's going to be available for you to purchase, and it's going to be a digital product, but it's very cool.
Sweet.
I like it. I know. And now moving on to our second sponsor of the episode, Jess.
Yes, today's sponsor is Swell.life. Swell is a home for your voice when you're not on stage. If you're not performing, if you're not running a clubhouse, if you're not recording a podcast, this is your personal audio portfolio, sort of like an audio diary of sorts. And also, you can discover a whole new world of audio. There's short, fun audio conversations that you can enjoy anytime you want. And you open it up and tune into a never-ending stream of fun. Actually, I live with a never-ending stream of audio, so I'm not sure that I would need a quiet space to do this necessarily, but like there's not nearly as interesting conversation going on in this house as there is on Swell. So you can share your Swellcast link with your fans and followers, ask them to keep updated, engaged with the stuff that you say on there. It can be like random thoughts, little tips, stream of consciousness. And then you can also embed your little Swellcast in your own website because it has a little widget that you can embed your stuff in.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a network and it's really cool. You guys should check it out. Swell.life.
Sweat.life. All right. So we're going to be closing out the show with some tool tips.
Elsie's tool tips.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. So one of the first tool tips that I think everybody really loves, and I think Jess, I was going to have you, we're running out of time here, but this is the kind of thing that I know that you would totally do on the fly.
Yes. I know I've been talking a lot, but I really want to talk about this one because it's so cool.
No, but yeah. So Edison Research, the Edison team has created a template for podcasters looking to survey their listeners. And so what I was going to say to you, Jess, is that I wanted us to sign up for this thing.
Yes.
Because I thought you were going to do it like on the show. So I was afraid a little bit of that. But they have the template is actually here where they have an entire whole thing of what questions to ask.
Yeah, I'm not going to fill it out on the show, but I feel kind of cool that you fear me and my erratic behavior. Thank you for that. So yeah, you can sign up for so Edison, just so you guys are 100% sure, they're the ones that do the share of ear. Are you laughing? What's going on?
No, I'm not. I'm looking at my legs.
Sorry. So I couldn't tell because I just saw hair. I just didn't know what was happening. Okay, so yeah, Edison's the one that they do the huge data mining every year as to who's listening to what on where, and how. So, and sometimes when we're at a conference, like there's been a couple times where we've been at a conference when Edison comes out with their thing, and we play Share of Your Bingo, where we place little spots based on what they say, like monetization or subscription. Anyway, so it's pretty cool to be able that they're building a tool for us to do sort of the same thing, because the more data you have on your audience, I think the better. Certainly the better for you to be able to sell it, but also for you to know what content to create or what advertisers would be good or what directions you should go in as far as where they need help. So you should check this out. If they're not a sponsor, I just think they're super cool.
Yep. And especially because if you're looking for sponsorship or advertising, it's what people ask for, right, Jess?
I mean, yes, it's the only thing they ask for is what audience do you have and how many of them and what are they like?
Yeah. And at least this can tell you what are they like. At least, even if obviously you would want to have more than a handful of people answer your survey. But at the same time, you can get an idea of who is listening and what you put out there whenever you put the stuff out there. Speaking of podcasters, though, of the Edison research, though, the Latino Podcasters Listener Report is coming up next week. I'll put a link in the show notes, and I want you all to come and check it out because I got a little bit of a debrief. I got a little walkthrough of the data because Libsyn is a sponsor for this, and this is an initiative that I really pushed for. And because I feel this data is incredibly important for our place, of the industry as a whole. And the data that's coming out about this is, it's so good. I was like, I have never been, I got a one-on-one with Gabriel, a one-on-one. He gave the whole presentation just for me. And I was like this, like drooling because of the data. It was amazing.
You are
so good.
Adorably excited about data like no one has ever been before or since, I'm guessing. But it's okay. I like data too. I don't know that I can be excited as you.
Yeah, I
data!
know.
That's Elsie. Yay, data! Did I do it? Data! I'm close.
Okay, and then I think that lastly for today, do you want to talk TikTok or do you want to look at the audio rooms? Because I got some.
I think Facebook is more relevant because
okay, so I did
Facebook podcast, and where the heck is it? Nobody I know has it. You got it?
Yeah, I know, but see, this is the audio rooms, dude. This is not the Facebook podcast. We passed that. We didn't talk about that.
Okay, so Facebook audio rooms.
So I got a little bit more detail because I am now obsessed with watching all of the Facebook and Instagram updates from Mary Smith because she does such a good job of reporting on a lot of stuff that I don't really get an opportunity to read. Like she finds all these articles. Anyway, so here, remember when you were like here going like, I saw the audio room and you took your phone and you're looking and it's not there. Remember?
Yeah, but I have seen them, but yes.
Right. But see, here's the thing. So now I have specifics. Right. So that Facebook audio rooms are iOS only.
Yup.
They're US only.
Yup.
They're for verified personal profiles.
Oh, dicks.
They are for select groups.
How dare they?
And for pages that are using the new Facebook Pages experience.
I mean, well, that's easy enough.
And so all of those things, they may or may not be coming up for you. And therefore, even though they have audio rooms, there are all of these things that may come into play. So essentially, not everybody has, all in all to say, not everybody has access. Who knows if we'll ever get access? I don't know if I will, if She Podcast ever will, the group.
You want it?
I would want it for the group. For the group, yes.
No. I would like it for the group. What I'd really like, I feel like there are some group admins that message me specifically with generic messages, which makes me think they're messaging everyone in the group. And if you know how to do that and you're listening to this podcast, I need you to email me immediately and tell me how to do it because I can't figure it out, but I know people are doing it. That's all.
What?
I get messages from group admins that are like, hey, we're having a clubhouse today. If you want to blah, 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 blah. And I know she has to be doing it in bulk. She has to be. But how, I ask? We don't know.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be too happy about that.
If we can't have an audio room, Then I want something else. Facebook. You got to give it up. Got to get up the goods.
I don't know about that.
All right. Okay.
I think
are we all done?
We are finished.
Well, I'll just add this because it's not that important. TikTok is expanding the maximum video length to 3 minutes, up 60 seconds from TechCrunch. So if you thought you were bored by people selling you before, wait till you see these. It's going to be good. I mean, 3 minutes is 3 minutes. I mean,
3 minutes is 3 minutes. And I think that they're moving more into less into those snippets and more into like YouTube category.
The reason it's good is because of the snippets. There's no commitment. There's no learning. There's no selling. There's only, hey, gotta go. See you later. Bye. That's the point. That's why TikTok is beautiful.
But
they're ruining it again.
I think that they're moving it into the, well, I think that what's happening right now is that TikTok's trying to compete with YouTube.
Well, that's stupid because they're not YouTube. They're TikTok.
I know, but they're all competing against each other.
You know, if only they consulted me, a marketing genius, then they would know what to do. But sadly, they don't. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Should I end it?
Yes, end it.
Okay, we're going to end it. Thank you guys so much for listening to She Podcasts. You can find all of our show notes and information, all the links we talked about today on shepodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at She Podcasts. Please check out our event that we talked about earlier. Rewind if you want to hear it again. shepodcast.com/live and get your tickets. It's going to be delicious and beautiful. And we can't wait to see all of you and give you all a good squeeze. Let's see if you want to give us any feedback on today's episode or any episode or how we dress or whatever. You can find us at feedback@shepodcast.com. Thank you so much for being with us this far in the show. We really appreciate it. Love you.
Mean it.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we can stop recording and do all the saving things and everything.
Did you fall asleep, John?
No, I was here.
I'm just kidding.
Can't stop.
It just sounds like
boring you.
No, I think that the audio is going to be hard for him.
I'm sitting here and I'm just dreading it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I will repeat this. No one is operating on a brain. It's just a show. It's one episode. So we can talk to my friend who's also hilarious and interesting. So what if the audio is not perfect?
No, dude, it's not about the perfection. Jess, this isn't about the perfection.
Then what?
It's about the echo. It's about the echo.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. All I'm saying is that as producers, we understand it.
You should edit one show, and then once you edit one show, you never question this again.
I have edited shows, John. I just
not like this.
I'm very laid back about that.
It's not, and I think it really is. And again, Jen, this is not in no way is this like we're gonna do it. This is not it. Like we have zero. And we're talking about the fact that it's echoes. Like there's little subtle things when you edit a show that it's really hard. And even if it's like, if there's a dog barking in the background, it's not as bad because everybody deals with the background stuff. But it is actually really hard to listen to a show that has echo going on in it. Like just as a normal consumer is all.
Right.
It's just hard.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. But if they've listened to the first 50, this is not going to be worse than that. So, I mean, I assume.
What?
The first ones that
heard the first couple shows of ours. I mean, I didn't even have my mic on for some of it. It was awful. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to go work on the event now with my good friend Jennifer. I'm sorry that the audio will be difficult this time. And if you're still watching, God bless you. And also, sorry to you that it might be difficult.
It was great here. As a matter of fact, I might go and just take I'm going to listen to everything. And then I'll go and see, because I'm going to take the audio from here and see which is better. It might be better because there's noise cancellation in StreamYard.
Yeah, which is so...
And plus, fabulous. Maybe it's not as bad. I did try to shove that thing right in her face when she was talking, so it could be really good audio. You don't know.
Again, you're not paying it. You're not listening.
That's
not the problem. The problem is us coming out a quarter second later or whatever, an eighth of a second later, and then and then it being in yours, so there's an echo when you try to line it up. You cannot line that up.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because I heard that the first time. It was very slight, but I hear you.
When Elsie would get loud, I could hear it come back.
Yeah. You're probably right. But doesn't that happen a little bit anyway, or no?
It does. And I have to tell you this, Jess, because that happens with Rob, it takes me, I kid you not, 2 hours extra to edit his track every single time because of the bleed of my voice on his track.
He doesn't wear
headphones? Because he puts his headphones really loud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's old guy problems.
Yep. It's all bleed problems. And
we're late for an event. We're late for a meeting. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All right. Well, say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Love you guys. See ya.
Bye.
Sorry.